Okay, so we're heading down towards Loch Ness. Nice little road this one is, cuts out Inverness. And ahead of me is a good friend of mine who knows how to ride a machine. He's trying to lose me already at the junction, but that's not a problem. So we're going to see what we can see. This is definitely not a race because we just don't do that sort of thing. But it's nice to be out with like-minded folk that you trust on their riding. We might be able to learn a few things along the way. So we've got a few vehicles ahead of us. So my position on the road might be wrong because I need to look past the guy in front, look through somebody when you're following them like this, look through them, look to the corners, ride your own ride, be aware that they're there, but don't let them get in your way, vision-wise. So he's having a little look there, and as we come up to the corner, we can just power through. The lines on the road are hazard lines, so it's telling us there's something to look out for. And round we go. So again, looking at the corners, looking at the triangle signs, seeing what's coming up, reading the road, using the chap in front a bit because we trust him to give us a bead on the corner. Anything he can go around, I can go around, but keeping far enough away that if you can't go around it, I can also use that as part of the information. So, always in the wrong position for myself, so I can see around the corners. Bit of offside in there, just to straighten that corner up nicely. Keep away from the oncoming traffic, no need to get too close to them. And then looking forward, finding where that road goes, seeing what we can see, trying to see it, actually, at the same time as the chap in front is, even though we're a little bit further behind. That gives us a bit of an advantage and a bit more time to plan. Looking out for cross views, so those are the views that we can see over the top of hedges to see where the road's going. There's one here around to the right, so trying to look through the hedge, anything big coming along that we're going to need to move around. So, oncoming vehicle. When that one's gone, can we go? Oncoming vehicle is a friendly vehicle. Camper van. So drop back a bit. Gives us a better view either side. So drop right back. Now I can see past that one. So I'm already ready for the overtake. There's a junction there on the right though. Cross view tells me there's nothing there, so could have used that. One on the left, couldn't see into it. So good decision made to stay put. Still dropping right back to get that earlier view around this camper van. Can we see around the corner? There we go. Okay, so now we can see. Moving out, ready. Can still see, Man in front couldn't see, so drop back in again. One of the advantages of following is you've got that extra bit of time, and you've got a better angle to see past boxy vehicles like this. So even though you want to overtake, don't get up close behind it because you've limited your view. Okay, so he's gone. I'm not following him out until I've got my landing space, so I can see where I'm going to land. So now we can come in. Trying to look past the bike in front to see where the road's going. Nice and straight for the minute by the looks of things. No massive rush today. But just taking up that position so we can see past. Not directly behind. Never want to be directly behind the bike in front. Always want to be able to see past them. Lines on the road are hazard lines, so what's the hazard for? It's probably this junction. So keeping an eye on that. Also trying to keep an eye on any views we get of the road. Can we see in the trees? Does the tree line give us an indication? Dropping back a little bit so we can use the chap in front as a guide to the corner. If you see a brake light come on, then you know it's going to be seriously sharp because this dude doesn't use his brakes. Sign of a really smooth, confident rider. So if you see them come on, you better start putting yours on too. Okay, early view around this corner, so using the full width of the road, there's nothing oncoming, to get a better opportunity to look past. We've got another camper van coming up. We can see where it's going. We've got the tree line. Is there going to be an overtake on? So moving out early, just in case, but we can see the corners coming up, so tuck that one back in and then wait. Get into the right gear, expecting this corner to open out. As soon as we crest the hill, are we going to go? So we've got an oncoming vehicle. There's space for one, not space for two. Do not follow people out when you're overtaking. Okay, look out, and off we go. So we saw that was free. From behind the oncoming vehicle, we saw there's a big gap. So just confirm the gap, and then go. No distance lost, no time lost. We're back to where we needed to be. So now we're coming into a bit of a flowing corner section. Watching the bike in front, give the speed on the corner, seeing where he's reading, adjusting lines, making our own decisions, but ultimately using that bike, as well as what we can see, to put ourselves in the right place for what we want to do. It's not a case of following, it's a case of reading and making your own decision, but using all the information that's there, and some of that information now is coming from the bike in front. Looking up around the corner, we've got that Armco there, that's telling us where we can go. We've got the hazard lines in the road, that means it's a fairly twisty bit of road, or there's some sort of hazard going on, and as we're looking at it, it's probably these corners. So keeping on the inside a bit, again, to get that earlier view, it does compromise the ideal line a bit. But that compromise is sort of made up for by having somebody in front that you know what, and you can trust they know what they're doing. We've got the view going up around to the right hand side, so we don't have to go all the way over because we've already seen it. Move in for the oncoming vehicle and get back to a position where you can see past the bike in front. Completely the wrong line around that corner, but because we had a bike in front, it makes it okay. The other option is to drop right back and put yourself in the correct position. It's personal choice. Looking at the chevrons tells us it's a sharp corner. You haven't seen a brake light come on yet, have you? So we don't need to worry about it too much. Just saw the back of a vehicle disappearing down over this crest. So already expecting to come up behind this one and overtake it. As soon as the opportunity arises, we just have that corner straightened out. Looking through the tree line, we get an idea of where the road's going to go. So moving to the inside, we can see past, just get a bead on the corner of ourselves. Moving out the way of the oncoming vehicles. Looking through, no problem straightening that out. It's not going to upset anyone. And again, moving across the inside to get a better view of the corner. Compromise the line a bit. Because we've got the bike in front, we're okay. Just rolling off. No need for any brake lights. Sign of a really good, considered ride. dropping down, dropping down. The video doesn't give you an idea of how steep this is. It's pretty damn steep. You can hear it on the engine braking. You can hear it on the backfires and pops coming out the exhaust. But just keep that positive throttle on as we roll around these corners. Tucking into the left for the right-hander. Nice little section, that bit of road. Ideal if you can find it. Means you don't have to go through the middle of Inverness. There's our junction sign, so we can expect a give way sign any second. So there's our give way. Time to back it off and enjoy the rest of the trip.